And mental health was always just something that was kind of lingering and out there, that's something people didn't really talk about. And I didn't even realize that I had my own issues involving mental health just because I am originally from Bulgaria. And there it's kind of like bullheaded. A lot of people like to say you have issues, but you don't talk about them, you know. There was a huge storm and I basically flipped in the boat and I drowned. Yeah, and they brought me back and I got hypothermia and a lot of water in my lungs, and it was a very, very, very scary experience. But it completely changed how I think about life and how I view mentality and what is actually important in life. And it made me realize how so many things in life that I've been focusing on are not important. It made me change myself and how I acted, and that changed how others view me, and it basically led to the help that I needed to get. My depression wasn't feeling sad all the time or wanting to kill myself all the time. It was being bored with life. It was not wanting to get out of bed. It was very hard to go to school. I originally didn't want to go to a therapist. I didn't want to be viewed as a kid who goes to therapy. So I actually refused for a while to go to therapy, and I realized that was the wrong choice. In school, when someone says, "How are you doing?" it's such a natural response for kids to say, "Oh, good, how are you?" or "I'm fine." But they're not fine. You have to change the question and ask, "How's your mental health?" I believe that everyone needs a therapist. The only people that don't need therapists are the people who have been going to therapy long enough to know that they don't need a therapist. Because it is reassuring you that you are doing the right thing, that you're on the right path. And it's very nice to have reassurance, especially as kids. That's something we've been growing up with all our lives, reassurance. 1 + 1 = 2. Does this equal 2, teacher? Yes, this equals 2. It's reassurance to know that you're doing the right thing, and that's what a therapist can provide, reassurance. He was expressing at least anger, which once again I don't think is real. I think it's a form of sadness. But he was actually expressing something versus holding it in and saying, "Nothing, nothing, nothing, I don't care, I don't feel anything." And that was the biggest change that I saw, was from going blank to actually feeling something. Because he was just trying to, I think, put a wall up and not feel anything. And someone needed to reach over the wall and pull him over it and say, "It's okay." Any kids that are going through anything, I'd like to just tell them, you will get through it, whatever you're going through, as long as you keep going, because you never know how life is gonna spin around. There are things that will happen to you that maybe you don't like or that maybe make you sad, but it's not the events that define you. It's not the events that happen to you that define you. What defines you is how you deal with it and how you come out of it.